Welcome back to class. In our last video, we were able to register our user. In this video, we'll actually log in the user. Please, I would love to encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you've not done that yet. Also like this video and click on the bell icon so you'll be among the first persons to know when I post a new video. Thank you. In this video, we'll be writing the logic to actually log in our user. Let's get started. So I'll go to my code, can close this, and okay, we have our login view here. Now the first thing we need to do is to add our action attribute here. Equals, if you go to this now slash login underscore user, then the next thing we need to do is to add our name attributes to this. Say name equals email, and for this we have name equals password. So let's go to our web.php and create this route login user. So I'll come to this place, let me copy this. So login user, don't forget this will be a post method, so and it will be post here also. Okay, we need to add the method equals post. So we have login user. You call this function login underscore user. That means we need to go to our controller and create that function. Don't forget we need to add our request class. Our request class, since this is a post request, and we create an instance of it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do to log in our user, let's go back to our slide. Log in a user, get the user details, email address and password, and validate. We need to validate. So that's the first thing. Then the next thing, check if the user's email and password match the ones stored in the database. If yes, log in the user. Otherwise, return an error message to the user. So let's go to our code and do this. The first is to get and validate. So we're going to do what we did here. Let's just copy this, paste. Then we're going to remove this and remove name. Okay, I think this is good now. Okay, we're having this. We're going to fix this error message. So email, this is validation for email with password. So we're going to remove this confirmed since there is no password confirmation. Okay, so now this does the validation. Now the next thing we need to do is to step 2, which is check if the user email and password match the ones stored in the database. If yes, log in the user. Otherwise, return an error message to the user. So let's go back to our code and do that. So what we're going to do, we're going to say if, I'm going to explain everything that's happening here. Auth attempt email So what we are saying here is we have if auth attempt email request email request.email password request.password login successful. Now what this is saying is check the database. If the email sent by the user and the password sent by the user are in the database, return this success message, login successful. Otherwise, return login failed. Now, what this auth does behind the scene is it goes to check our database and see if the email is there and the password is there. If they are both there, it returns this. Now we're calling this auth class, which this means we need to import it above. I will say use auth. Okay, so we need to put a semicolon here. Now let's test this. So I'll go back to my form, login form. Let's refresh. So I have, let me use kenny@gmail.com and use any password. Page expired. Why are we having this page expired error message? Let's see. Let's go back to our code. Okay, we missed out something here. So Laravel requires us to enter this CSRF when we are submitting our form. So this login form doesn't have that. So we're going to just copy and paste here. So this should fix the error message. We're going to go back. Okay, password must be at least 6 characters. We did not fulfill that. Login failed. So we are saying just echo login failed. But if I put the right email and password, as you can see, we have login successful. So this means we are able to log in the user successfully. Now let's, instead of echoing login successful or login failed, let's redirect the user to a new page called dashboard when login is successful. Otherwise, let's return the user back to our login form with this error message, login failed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this, paste. I also copy this and paste. So this time, instead of us redirecting to slash is the register route, we're going to redirect to login. Otherwise, if it's successful, we redirect to dashboard. Now we've not yet created this route, so we are going to create this route now. So this message should be okay. You know what, instead of redirecting, let's just do something. Let's just load the view. We're going to load a view called dashboard. Otherwise, redirect to login page with error, unable to create, sorry, unable to this, let's say invalid username or password. So we are going to create this view. We don't have this view yet. So what I'm going to do, I'll go to resource view. I'll create a new view called dashboard. So I'll create a new view called dashboard. So I can quickly copy, let me copy this register view. Dashboard dot blade dot p. So I'll paste this here. Then this time I don't need this. I don't need this error part because it's only when it's successful we are taking the user to dashboard, to the dashboard. So we don't need the error part. Also, we don't need this form. So we only have this. Then we can say let's see, welcome to your dashboard. Uh, so what is this is saying? Welcome to your dashboard. Alt user.name. It means get the user's name, the login user's name, and display it. That is what this code is doing. It's actually getting the user's name and displaying it. So let's test this. So I'm going to, let's change this to dashboard. So I'll go back to my view. Let's log in now. Wow, this is marvelous. So as you can see, we're able to log in our user. Now let's assume we enter the wrong username or password. Let's see what happens. Instead of Kenny, I say ken@gmail.com. So as you can see, we have invalid username or password. So if it's not valid, we throw this error message. Now let's assume the password, the username is valid, but the password, let's change it to something that is not correct. Still have the error message, but if I put the valid username and password, as you can see, I'm able to log in. So we've come to the end of the login part. So I would encourage you, please and please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also click on the bell icon so you know when I post a new video. Thank you.